big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Mr. Fundamentals is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. And JB Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Mr. Fundamentals.
Well, he's been an absolute magician when the ball has been in his hands. There isn't any aspect of the offense that he hasn't contributed in, and it's been a pleasure to watch. I mean, unless you are an opposing coach, then his play has been a vivid nightmare.
Clock at 2. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Bledsoe left side. And yes, it's good.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Now the Heat with it. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, the sample size wasn't that big. I mean, 2 games, not a lot to go on. But they are 2 teams at the top of the pile in each of their conferences. And because of that, I expect it to be competitive.
And here is Murray, following the 3 from Mr. Fundamentals. Poked loose and stolen by Diallo. It's Adebayo, top of the key. 11 feet away. Diallo, no good. Clark, what we appreciate, for some players, success can change them, but not for Jokic. He seems like the same guy.
He certainly does, boy, and he is special. He is so much fun to watch. Seems to be even-keeled and down the earth, but his game is heaven sent for sure.
And here are the Heat now, following the
Right,
three-point
Dominic,
attempt by Jamal Murray. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's covered by Murray. A pass to Mr. Fundamentals. No good from outside. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 3-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
So it's Miami now, following the miss by Jamal Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. John Collins, he's checked in for the Heat. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Heat. They've got their eye on the number 1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up.
And right now for Miami, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hi, guys. Mr. Fundamentals, in their last game against the Raptors, got the job done. He came away with 41 points and was reliable as ever from distance. The latest chapter in what's been a great string of games from him. He'll be looking to add on to it tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals following the basket by Jokic.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Murray for three. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Well, Murray absolutely has that range. He just needs to find a look he likes, and he'll knock it down.
Collins passes to Diallo, out to the right wing. Hero, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here's Jokic. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Down low, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure. Whatever this team
Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Mr. Fundamentals comes in for Austin Reeves. Mitchell with it. He's got 7. The tray. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
They've got Mitchell, and it's Jokic in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Well, you got to be on guard when Jokic is in the area now. He's adept at reading defenses and going after steals.
No one covering. That's 10 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Pass to Rupert, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For the Nuggets, Bates is checked in, and Murray's subbed in for Mitchell. The Heat also with a sub. Herter's checked in. The Heat trail by 5. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Now here's Murray. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Entering the home stretch of the season, GA, how excited are you for the play-in tournament?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Kevin. You can go from a 10th seed to making the playoffs. It makes this part of the year that much more entertaining.
The Nuggets leading by 8. And it's Denver scoring again.
Boy, I love the fact that he caught it and was ready to shoot it right away. Well done.
Pass to Herter. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. From the arc. Again, the miss by the Heat.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And they double up Murray. Inside, here's Bates. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And now a 12-point Nugget lead. Heat have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level, but we appreciate that report. Mr. Fundamentals, that's good.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
Now here's Murray. He has 5.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Hendricks is checked in, and Diallo subbed in for Kevin Herter.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
12 seconds left to play in the first half. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
8 seconds left in the first half. Mr. Fundamentals. Again, the miss by the Heat. And so we wrap up the first half. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Give them credit. They just keep coming, pushing the action, drawing lots of whistles. They actually made the game kind of Kenny. Get it?
And guys, let's take a moment to recognize the top performer for each squad thus far.
We've got a game within.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Hero out there with Mr. Fundamentals. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot.
Look at how instant Murray's shooting can be. Gets the pass, plants the feet, and drills it.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Murray, the pass to Bates. Here's Rupert. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Good work there as it goes. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find a shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team. Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Here's Jokic after the made shot from Mr. Fundamentals. And Adebayo sends it back.
And got to be careful shooting around Adebayo, an athletic big man who gets up as fast as anybody to block shots.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals, guarded by Bledsoe. Jokic with the steal. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And Jokic throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Nuggets, number 1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
To the middle, here's Mr. Fundamentals. Bucket is good. Mr. Fundamentals got 16 points.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Pass to Jokic. Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now, here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. From outside the arc, Hendricks pulls it in. Hendricks has got his 4th rebound in this one. A pass to Mr. Fundamentals. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Mr. Fundamentals got 11 points here in just the second half. Denver leading by 8. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded by Adebayo. Takes the 13-footer from 7. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Jokic. 11 points for Davion Mitchell.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Got that one up quick. 26 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break.
Mấy đứa nhỏ vậy, tao mẹ em bây giờ yên ổn đâu, đừng on the button này, button này đi nào mẹ bên như bây giờ vậy này đó à đây.
And a new group in for the Heat.
Thì nói nhỏ đó mình hiện đại tí nữa vì đâu bây giờ mình on này.
The Heat trail by 20. They've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Mitchell. And it's Rupert in at shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Holmes with a screen on Hawkins. Mitchell. And another miss by Denver. The Heat have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Knocks down the 3 ball. Mr. Fundamentals got 29.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Gordon against Strus. And another miss by Denver. The Heat trail by 17. Heat moving the ball around. For the 3. And that will fall. The 3-pointer on the line from Mr. Fundamentals.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Timeout called, Nuggets. So both teams changing it up here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. He was very fired up. He said, look, this is going to be a big win for us. We close this out, and we'll show the rest of the league who we are.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Jokic. Bates, no good. Here's Hendricks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players. So I think it's a good thing overall.
Here's Rupert. Wide open look here for Murray. Good on the 3-point shot.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The Heat on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Back to Hero from downtown. And again, Miami with the triple.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3 happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Murray, no good.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Outside Hero. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Up and in on the layup. And it's 37 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
On the wing, Murray. Cans it from downtown. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nuggets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
Listen, anytime you drop that first game of a series matchup against a particular team, you really want to come back stronger. And they did. Of course, this is their last of 2 games between these 2 teams during the regular season, so a nice one to even it up at 1 apiece against the Heat.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jokic.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it. They've done it.
And there's the foul. It's on Mr. Fundamentals. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Nine seconds left in the 4th quarter. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm,